What's up? It's Ronnie coming to you from Cape Cod. Um, Figured I'd get back on track and get it here in the morning and getting shipping done. Just had to make a run to our storage unit, get about 20 items to ship, and with our average being about $60, so it was a very good weekend, to say the least. Um, some of the other things I had to pick up today. These helmets, snowboarding helmets. Picked up 3 of these a while back. Sold 2 of them. I was actually surprised because I didn't think they were gonna sell. Um, Another Magic Johnson jersey. This is new with tags. This one, it's by Adidas. It's a big size one too. I don't remember what size it was. Oh, 3X. Something happened with my Magic Johnson this weekend. Both of the jerseys I had sold. Harley Davidson shirt. It's going to England. Actually, this helmet is going to Lithuania. I don't think I've ever sold anything to Lithuania. I work with 3 guys that are from there. They come here for the summer. Second summer, I worked with one of them, and I'm like, "Do you know this person?" I'm showing them the address. They knew where the town was, but they didn't know the guy, so it would have been funny. Ralph Lauren polo shirt, 5X polo, that's sold, and corduroy Ralph Lauren polo, like sport coat. It's 2X. Sold that fairly, but gotta get those shipped up. Something else I sold. One of these houses going to Norway or something, but I forgot which one. But I mean, sales have been very good. Somehow I was doing something, and I hate our storage unit. I just hate it. We were there yesterday, dropping off stuff, and I really don't like it. I just, I don't know. So, oh, so I'm in the process. I got to figure out what to do with that. We have some different plans for next year, but for the rest of this year, either I'm going to move it back into the house or get into some office space, which is very expensive here in Massachusetts. So I may just rent a bigger house, as buying a house is a little. If I plan on doing the other thing I plan on doing, it's not going to make any sense to buy a house. But you know, I mean, it is what it is. But space is becoming an issue, and I don't like what the space with the storage unit. I just don't like it. So, um, anyway, with that being said, somehow I was going through a lot of the different tubs or boxes that we have, and they're all labeled by like brand. So, like I have Orbits and Officio and Columbia all in the same one, and it's easy. I know from the outside because we have written on tape which is inside, so it's fairly easy when I sell something to go there, and I'm never there that long. But there was a lot of shirts I realized that I've had for a while. I mean, we're talking 6 months to a year, and I don't know. I was like, I got to get rid of these. I'm just blowing them out. But that being said, somehow I wasn't thinking properly. Now I'm thinking about this morning doing shipping. I listed 105 auctions the end next Sunday, and started all of them at $10 plus shipping. What was I thinking? If I sell 100 of them, that's it's gonna be a busy Sunday night and Monday morning. Let me tell you, Postman's probably not gonna be liking me, as they only gave me this one box. How am I gonna fit all this stuff in the one box? We'll see. I mean, most of the stuff is like territory ahead, some Ralph Lauren shirts, Brooks Brothers non-iron. Bless me. Well, just stuff that's not moving as much as it did at one time, and or stuff that also moves at a slower pace. I don't deal with that price point anymore. I mean, my average is up around 60, and that's where I plan it to be, and that's running most of the time. Sales anywhere between 10 and 25% off. So if I was running sales, they would actually sell even for a higher price point. So I don't, I'm moving away from that stuff, getting into the higher end stuff. I do sell some small, some stuff here and there. I mean, it's bread and butter. You can't, but if I know now what moves faster and what sits, and I know what to avoid and what to buy based on, business model I like, but I absolutely hate the whole storage unit thing. It's a pain. And I got to figure a way around it. And if I plan on doing what I do next year, auctions will probably play more of a bigger part. Um, I'll get into that in another thing here eventually. You know, if I get phase one done, then I'll get into it and tell everybody about it because phase two will be probably more easier. You know, or if I do one or the other. But that being said, I got some shipping to get done. And you know what? There was a story I wanted to tell. We were on the Pickers Church yesterday, and we were talking about awkward moments when you're in a thrift store or something. And I was in a thrift store. It was probably, I don't know, 6 weeks ago maybe or so. I don't know, give or take a month, 2 to 2 months, somewhere in that time frame. I was in Quincy, Massachusetts, in the Goodwill, and I'm walking around. I'm trying to be very quick in the store, and I noticed this guy. He was in a shopping cart, and he had like a binder. And you have the binders like us people who collect sport cards used to keep the cards in a binder, and it was kind of like that. They looked like when I walked by it real quick, it looked like um, Steve Rakin Profits. Like he printed out the whole book there, whatever his thing was, the 100 clothing brands or whatever it was, printed out on the thing, and I thought it was odd, and I'm pretty sure it was what I seen it was. So I know Reagan. I text Reagan, message him saying, "You wouldn't believe what this guy has," and it was just funny. And then I got behind him in line of checkout, just randomly happens. Like Reagan was like, "Oh, talk to him." I didn't have I don't like talking to people for the most part. I'm there to do my business. I'm not there to communicate and hang out with other customers or other resellers. That's not my thing. I'm there to make money. This guy is doing the same thing I'm doing. He's trying to hustle, and I want to get my money. So I got in line, and he's in front of me, and I looked over and I said, "Oh, what do you got in the book?" And he talked to me for a few minutes, telling me he's a reseller, telling me he was out of work for a while, and um, I mean, he was happy that he had the, idea. I mean, he seemed like a nice guy and everything. I mean, he was a cook too, which I wasn't, before I did this. So, I can kind of relate to that. When you get to 40ish, I'm not 40 yet, but I'm getting, I'll be in that neighborhood in a few years. You get in that neighborhood, your body starts to not like stand on feet 10, 12, 15 hours a day. Especially if you're packing a few extra pounds. No, not liking it. Cotton kitchens, man. This ain't easy work. It's not working in a kitchen for sure. But he was like, "Oh, I watched." He was carrying on the conversation, blah blah blah. Asked me if I was a reseller and everything, and I said I sell a little bit. You know, he had no idea who I was, and I'm okay with that. Trust me. Nobody needs to know who I am when we're out picking. It's all good. You know, and he was making money to support his family, so it was good to see that stuff. But I mean, a lot of people complain about, oh, what do you think of this person or that person? putting out information, putting out a whole video, putting out a book. I mean, you see my numbers. My numbers are going up every month. They're not going down. I'm still getting the same price I got for most of my stuff I did 2 years ago. There's definitely more than enough different stuffs out there. But I mean, if you're in this clothing game and you're looking for this to be your business model for the next 20 years, it's not going to work. It's not going to this whole business model of selling used clothes from thrift stores is not going to last forever. I mean, you know, they're starting to price their stuff out of range. Even the state sales price their stuff out of range, you know, a lot of times for to sell stuff. So I mean, you got to be more smarter. I mean, I know a lot of different things are going on, and you know, if your business plan is just to sell clothing on eBay, you know, for the next 20 years, yeah, you're probably gonna have to figure out a different business model because it's not the business model I'm looking at. I'm doing it right now because it makes money, but I can tell you right now, in the next year or two, it's probably I'll probably be in a different direction. I'm hoping I get back into selling cars. You know, um, we're gonna start probably importing cars very soon, exporting cars to the Dominican Republic very soon. You know, my wife would love to go back there and move. You know, so I got to figure out a way to make income there to support myself because it's not easy. I've tried it before. I've held a few different jobs there when we lived there for a while, and I came back here because this is where I can make money. There I can't, and you know, I don't know. You know, we're playing in their sandboxes too. I mean, Amazon turned me off whenever I had a bad month or whatever it was, you know, for doing a few different things. eBay can do the same thing. We can be shut out at any moment from our selling venue, and we have nothing to back that up with. You know, and I know a lot of people, um, you know, a lot of people need this. There's no other income coming in. You know, I don't really have. I mean, I help a friend out, but other than that, I'm full time doing this. You know, this is how I make my living. You know, it's how I made it this year. So, you know, just be out there. Just be prepared. You know, look to expand or get into other things. You know, don't make this be your only thing. I don't know. That sounds like a fucking ramble, but psychobabble. But hey, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you later. I gotta get some shipping done, and I gotta get some listing done. I'm out. Bye.